what are you hearing them say when it comes to the release of this information, especially since so much of it has already been leaked?
Families are broken. They're tired of government telling them, oh, this happened. Oh, no, never mind. That didn't happen. It happened this way. They want to know the truth. I'm not asking to see their children in those classrooms. I'm asking for questions as to the responsibilities of the Department of Public Safety, because they're accountable to me in the legislature. They want these answers and they deserve these answers. For them to have to wait 2 or 3 years when the shooter is dead is absolutely preposterous. There is not one shred of the documents that we're asking for that is going to change in any way, like she suggests, if by getting it to these families now. Not one shred of documentation. The things that we've asked for are fairly benign, but they're important. What we're trying to uncover in these open records requests are police malfeasance to a response. Why did Steve McCraw tell us that they arrived at 11:42 when we know that they arrived at 11:35? Why did DPS walk around and mill around that building just like everybody else and do nothing? Why did troopers and a Texas Ranger stand around on the phone talking to somebody? I want to know who he was talking to, who was telling him to not go in, and why. Parents want answers, or they want accountability. Our governor can ask for it, and he's refused to do so. It's very plainly obvious to me that these families are the only ones that are trying to get answers, myself and a few others. But it is just disconcerting what we heard today from the DA. It's disconcerting what we heard from Steve McCraw. It's not fair and it's not right. I'm asking for a policy manual. I think you and I can both agree that that policy manual wasn't written on May 24th. We're asking for a policy manual on how DPS acts in active shooter protocols with other law enforcement agencies. You heard him today say that such a manual exists. Well, then where is it? Steve McCraw has managed to point fingers at just about everybody, at Pete Arredondo, at a teacher for putting a rock on a door, find out later that she removed it. Now here of late, the school principal. It wouldn't faze me if he started looking at his own folks. The facts are very clear. Law enforcement, all of them, failed these children. Steve McCraw and his team failed these children. Why in the world can't we get basic information as to what happened here on that day and why they failed to go in? We're going to let the judge decide and see what happens next week. Going forward, should we be successful, we'll have an in-camera inspection of what documents would be relatable to us. And we'll talk to the families first, show them if we indeed do get some documents, and then we'll publish them after that. We're going to do things in the right way. You've got these families that have been treated so very badly for the last 65 plus days. They deserve something a hell of a lot better than they've gotten from their government.